Ain't gonna hurt nobody. We just dancing on. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. When we on the floor. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Yes, sir. Let's start this live off the right way. Start this show in a few seconds. About 15 more seconds, we're going to start this live off. Let's do this. Let's not waste any more time. Run that intro.
How you living? What? How you living? What? How you living? What?
And live in color.
I don't know what you trying to do. I don't know what you trying to do. I don't know what you gonna do. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of GQTV, y'all. And I am your boy, your host, yours truly, the one and only, the legend, the great, your girlfriend's favorite YouTuber himself. I'm just playing, y'all. I am GQ Jamal, and this is where we review, pay homage, and just talk about shows and movies from both past and present, y'all. I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope everyone's having a good week. Hope everyone's doing well. Like in every video I put out, this to y'all, bring it to y'all. I just want to say thank you. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook when I put these out on these platforms, if you're watching this on YouTube, I just want to say thank you. Thank you again for tuning in by watching this video. I really appreciate it a lot. Yo, make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. That is GQ Jamal. Hit that notification bell. Check out all of my work. Check out all of my content. Check out all of my reviews. Drop some comments. Show some love. I really appreciate it if you do. Today, we're going to talk about, this is one of my favorite sequels growing up of all time. I'm very excited to review this movie, the sequel. Yo, we're going to talk about House Party 2, the Pajama Jammy Jam. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. We're just dancing now. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. When we're on the floor. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. She's mine. Fool. You know, that part was so messed up. But no. Yes. We're going to talk about House Party 2, Pajama Jammy Jam, starring Kid and Play. Yo, in earlier videos, I reviewed House Party and Class Act. Make sure y'all go check out those reviews. Me and Richman Z, we reviewed Kid and Play movies. Go check that out on our podcast, the Retro Brothers podcast on Spotify. But yeah, I just figured let's go down the line and just talk about these movies, these sequels. House Party 2. This is one of my, personally, my favorite sequel, growing up. It really, I think it's a relatable movie. House Party 2. This is when Kid graduates and goes to college. He's in college now. Mostly all of the people from the original House Party, Original characters are back in the sequel, like Full Force, The Bullies, Martin Lawrence, Tisha Campbell, Kid and Play is back. House Party 2 introduced a few new characters, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that here in a few. But remembering House Party 2, this is personally my favorite sequel. I love House Party 1. Nothing is beating the regular House Party. House Party was just a moment, a great moment in time. House Party really defined the 90s by the culture, by the fashion, by the dance. Like Shireen and Sydney. Like, was you team Shireen or was you team Sydney? Shireen, who played, AJ Johnson, the female AJ Johnson who played Shireen. She's not in the sequel. She's not in the sequel. She got left. She got left in the first one. She didn't make it to college. But yeah, House Party 2. Let's talk about it. Obviously, this was a cash grabber. This was a year later. In this movie, let's back up for a second. We're going to say rest in peace to the great Robin Harris. Really talented comedian, man. Robin Harris was funny as hell. I first watched Robin Harris in House Party. I remember Robin Harris in House Party. Then Bebe's Kids, he did like a stand up talking about he was trying to get with the girl, but she had like 3 or 4 kids. But yeah, that stand up was funny. Then they turned that special to a movie. So Robin Harris was like funny. He was funny in House Party 1. Really stole the show in that movie. But in House Party 2, this movie was dedicated to Robin Harris. So they really they play off of that. The storyline, kid lost his father, and what's crazy, Robin Harris passed away like 9 days after the original House Party came out. So House Party came out in March of 1990, and Robin Harris passed away like 9 days after that film was released, and that was like crazy. Like he didn't get to experience the House Party movement, how monumental and how iconic that film was. So that was crazy, man. That was like his last movie. That was his last movie he appeared in, and it's just sad that Robin Harris passed away when House Party 1 blew up. So House Party 2 storyline, kid loses his dad. He goes to live with Play, his parents. So kid finally graduates. Kid finally graduates high school. And now he's going to college. And usually in the House Party movies, it started off kid having a dream. In House Party 2, it starts off kid having a dream, having a nightmare actually, of him failing college, like him failing in life, and Whoopi Goldberg, who wasn't credited in this movie. She wasn't credited in this movie. She made an appearance in the beginning, so she makes an appearance in the dream sequence. Then it shows Play laughing at Kid's face, and then Full Force appears, and they do their infamous line "We're gonna kick your funky ass," Pee Wee. But yeah, Kid is screaming. He's yelling for Pops. He's yelling for Pops. He's yelling for his dad, and he wakes up. He wakes up out of his nightmare. Play wakes him up. So Kid gets ready. Man, we're gonna talk about how Play wasn't shit in this movie, man. Play wasn't shit in this movie. I won't tell you why in a minute, but yeah, kid gets ready, like packs up his stuff. He goes to, I think it was Morehouse College. I think that's the college name. I forgot, but I watched this film so many times, but I just forgot. But yeah, this kid packs up his stuff. Play wasn't even going to like help my man kid, like pack his stuff. Move his stuff. Play was just wasn't shit in this movie. He was He was like more selfish. He was more selfish in the sequel than like the first one. Like me and Rich, we talked about how Play was just pissed off in House Party 1, but House Party 2, Play wasn't shit in this movie. He was like more selfish. He was so selfish. But we're gonna get into why he was like an ancient character. But yeah, Play finally gets like he buys he buys like a new convertible and he calls it foreplay. He calls it foreplay. And he materialistic. He cares more about the car than anything else. Telling the kid like do not touch the ride, watch the ride, like don't bump into the ride and stuff like that. So he drives off, but play plays like a manager at a city like a CD store, and also they're like trying to like take off with their like music career. Play tried to talk like Play tries to talk kid into not going to college because he wants to focus on his music career, on their music career, and kids kid promised his dad that to stay in school, So he's trying to fulfill his pop's dream for him to like stay in school. So Play takes kid to his record store, then to like meet up like some fake record execs. So Iman plays a shady character called Sheila. She's over here like robbing people, like um, just doing fraud stuff. So let's back up for a second. Kid gets a scholarship check from the church before they go to the record store. Now they're at the record store. They meet up with Sheila, and I forgot the other character's name. He's a shady character too. So they're like partners. Sheila talks play into like Sheila talks play into giving up kids scholarship check. But anyway, I think I'm jumping into scenes. Sheila talks with Kid and Play about you're going to become big rap stars. Kid's not with it. Play gets mad. Then Play drops Kid off. Play drops Kid off at college, and he doesn't even bother. He doesn't even bother helping Kid like unpack, like move his stuff. That's how selfish Play was in this movie. Then Kid leaves his scholarship check in Play's trunk. Play's like washing his car. Then he noticed that Kid left his check in his trunk. Then Sheila comes back to the record store, making this bullshit story up, and she needs the money, and Play gives Sheila the kid's scholarship check. Like damn, Play wasn't shit. Play wasn't shit in this movie. Then let's talk about Tisha Campbell. Tisha Campbell, she's back in this movie playing Sydney. So now Kid Kid and Sydney, they're a couple. They go to the same college. They're excited, and then Tisha, Tisha, Sydney meets Zora, played by Queen Latifah. She's the pro-black. She's a pro-black. She's pro-black, and she's like um, pro-black and conscious. Yeah, conscious. She's like conscious, really conscious, and she's telling Sydney that she shouldn't do this or she shouldn't do that. She doesn't agree with all the decisions Sydney like makes. She doesn't yet. Then Kid and Sydney, they break up like during the middle of the film. So I'm trying not to like say too much of the film. Yeah, House Party 2 introduced a lot of new characters like I just mentioned Queen Latifah. She plays Zora in the movie. Cameron, I think that's his name. He plays Jamal. He's a white dude with dreads, messed up dreads. Really big into the hip hop culture. Full Force. Full Force is back. They're released in jail. Remember in House Party 1, they were in jail. Now in House Party 2, they're looking for jobs. They get jobs as being like security guards for the college. Martin Lawrence is back playing Bilal. He's less obnoxious than the first one, but in the second sequel, Martin's breath is fresh because in the running gag in House Party 1, Bilal's breath stunk. Now he's getting shorties. Now he's getting females in House Party 2. So yeah, so he's less obnoxious in this film. And George Stanford Brown, he plays Professor Sinclair. He's not into like you see a lot of potential in Kid. Kid is really like messing up. He's like messing up like financially, and he's not focused. And he sees a lot of potential in Kid, and he starts going like hard on Kid. He's like, man, like I see a lot of young brothers. He wants to see a lot of young brothers like succeed, and I'm like, man, don't Kid in this film. But yeah, House Party 2 had a solid cast. One of the members from New Edition, Ralph, I forgot his last name. He makes an appearance, and Tony Tone, they make an appearance, and some of the characters that was in the first House Party, they make like a small appearance, like that the actor that played Chill, he makes an appearance in the drunk guy, the drunk guy, um, Chill and Groove, yeah, Groove, that's what his name was, Groove. He makes a small appearance. Now he saved in this movie. He saved. Someone tries to offer him like a beer. He's like, no, my brother, like, no. He's like anti-alcohol, anti-beer, anti-drugs in this film. He's like, no, my brother, I gotta pass on that. But yeah, a lot of talented people came from the House Party 2 cast, and this was a solid cast. This was a solid cast. It was a solid sequel. Um, Before I talk more about the plot of House Party 2 and more information about House Party 2, make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's GQ Jamal. Hit that notification bell. Check out all of my reviews. Check out all of my content. I reviewed House Party and Class Act in earlier episodes. Like I said, I reviewed me and Richmond Z, we reviewed the whole like House Party series, and we talked about Class Act. Check out our podcast on Spotify. But yeah, go check out all of my work. I really appreciate it if you do. Now going back to House Party 2. So kid loses his scholarship check. At first, play was so nonchalant. Play did not care. He was like, man, at least I wasn't the irresponsible person that lost his um check and lost his check, and I wouldn't be tempted to give it away. And kid gets pissed. Kid gets pissed. He fights play. Then Bilal feels bad. You know, he was obnoxious in House Party 1. I think there's a scene where Play and Bilal, they talk and they say, like, man, like, can you believe kid acting the way he did? He didn't show no feelings about me losing my record deal. But Bilal was like, Play, you was wrong. Play, you was wrong. You gave away your boy's check. Play started the guilt trip started to hit Play. So he starts find a way to raise some money to get kids back in college, because without that scholarship check, kid would get kicked out of college. So they throw a pajama jam. They throw a party, and the theme is everyone dress up in pajamas. So that's the theme of House Party 2. So that's pretty much the plot of House Party 2. And yeah, House Party 2, this came out a year later after the first House Party. This came out in 1991. When I first watched the second sequel of House Party 2, this came out this came out in 91, so I was like 1 or 2 years old when the first two House Parties came out. I remember watching it on USA. They played the edited versions. They played House Party 2, Friday, Players Club, pretty much all the hood movies. USA would play all the movies, and I just remember watching House Party 2 as a kid. I remember seeing it on TV, but when I first watched it as a whole, I was like 18. I remember getting the DVD. They had the four movies in one. They had House Party 1, 2, 3, and 4. Never watched House Party 4. Skipped that. Remember watching House Party 2. Watched it as a whole as an adult. Personally, this is my favorite sequel from the House Party series. I love House Party 1. I love it. Nothing's beating the original one, but number 2 really hit home. I know this hit home because I went to college. I experienced going to community college. I didn't graduate. I didn't finish school, but I experienced going to community college, so I kind of know what it's like trying to get financial aid and experiencing the being in class. So I kind of experienced that. So this one was my favorite sequel, and it really taught you a lot of gems. This movie really gave out some gems. A mind's a terrible thing to waste. Don't bullshit it. But yeah, going back to watching it as an adult when I was 18, 19, I really enjoyed this film. Yeah, it had some dry moments, but it wasn't terrible. I can watch House Party 1 and 2 and not get tired of it. Um, in the first House Party review that I did not enjoy House Party 3. That's when Kid gets married for numerous reasons, because there was no Martin. there's no full force. There's no full force in House Party 3. I felt like it was just terrible. I just felt like it was Kid and Play and Def Jam, like all the comedians from Def Comedy Jam. They just made the whole movie. The plot was kind of terrible. The storyline was terrible. The stinky character that was. You can tell Martin Lawrence passed on it. Martin was already a huge star in 1994. He was doing Bad Boys and he had his own movie. But yeah, going back to House Party 2, 1991, Kid and Play. Kid and Play was pretty much a household name. They were a household name. And you can tell this movie was kind of a cash grab, but the plot was solid. The plot was solid. I really enjoyed the storyline. I really enjoyed the relationship between not Martin, but Kid and Tisha and Queen Latifah. I think this was her first movie. She did really well. Pretty much everyone did really well. Everyone did really well. The acting was on point. There was some cheesy moments, but the storyline was cool. It was solid. And let's talk about the music. The music was great. The soundtrack was great. Um, the theme to this the theme music, the theme song to House Party 2 was Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody. We just dancing off. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. When we on the floor, ain't gonna hurt nobody. We gonna give you what you need. Yeah, Kid and Play. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Still timeless record. Great record. Then you had this movie came out during the New Jack Swing. So of course you're gonna hear songs from Boyz II Men, Motown Philly. You're gonna get your new edition. Um, Tony, like I don't know what you gonna do. I don't know what you gonna do. I'm gonna clap my hands. I'm gonna stop my feet. But yeah, man. Only gripes I have about this film. Uh, we didn't get to see much of Full Force in this movie. Uh, Full Force had a lot of screenplay in the first one, but they had like limited screenplay. I wish they had like more like scenes in this movie, and I wish the Pajama Jam was like a little longer. It seems a little rushed, but it was solid because in the first one it was all about the party. It was all about the party from beginning to end. They talked about the party, who's going to be there, from end of Act 1 to Act 2 and Act 3. It was all about the party. It was all about the party. I appreciate the performances on the second one. I really appreciate the performances. But yeah, as a whole, House Party 2 is a decent sequel. It's a decent sequel. If I had to give House Party 2 a rating, to be honest, to be fair, I would give it an 8.5. I really enjoyed the storyline. I really enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed the chemistry. It was. I love seeing Martin Lawrence in the movie. I love seeing Kid and Play. Um, Kid and Play is a solid hip hop group. I know people kind of classify them as corny rappers, but they're not corny rappers. They're feel good rappers. They're they have songs to like make you dance and make you feel good. And I believe Kid to Play did a lot for the culture, like hip hop culture and like entertainment. They brought us 4 great films. I mean, they brought you House Party 1 and 2, which are solid gold. They brought you Class Act, underrated film. What underrated film. And House Party 3 was okay at best. And if I had to rank like the House Party movies a classic, I would rank number 1 House Party 1. Number 2, Class Act was a better film than House Party 2, but I love House Party 2 and Class Act. One of my favorite films from Kid and Play. But number 2, I would put Class Act over House Party 3. Not House Party 3, House Party 2. Number 3, House Party 3. They're like neck and neck with Class Act and House Party 2. And number 4, House Party 3. Dead last. Overall, House Party 2 is a great film. If you never watched House Party 2, go watch it. If you're going into college, I think people who are going to college, they will appreciate this film. And that's all I want to say about House Party 2. If you love the House Party movies, drop a comment down below. Let me know who's your favorite characters from the House Party series. If you love House Party 2, if you've seen it, drop a comment down below. How would you rank the House Party movies? How would you rank the Kid and Play movies, including Class Act? How would you rank them? Let me know in the comment section. Anything about House Party, anything about Kid and Play, drop a comment down below. Let's talk about it. Thank you again for tuning in by watching this video. If you're watching this video, I want to say thank you. Thank you for hearing me ramble for a little bit. Thank you again for tuning in. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's GQ Jamal. Hit that notification bell. Check out all of my work. Check out all of my reviews. Drop some comments. Show some love. I really appreciate if you do. If you have any shows, movies, cartoons, random scenes, music videos you like me, GQ Jamal, to react, review, discuss, drop a comment down below. I'm going to say this in every video. A closed mouth do not get fed if you do not comment. So make sure y'all drop some comments. I would love to do a review of your requests. I really enjoy doing these retrospective reviews from like throwback reviews. I really love doing these throwback reviews. Make sure y'all go check out the Retro Brothers Make sure y'all go check out the Retro Brothers podcast starring Rich Manzi and your boy GQ Jamal. That's on Spotify. Check it out. Review Kid and Play on our podcast. So make sure y'all go check it out. I'm about to hop off this live. If you watch my videos, if you watch my content, I really want to say thank you. Thank you again for watching my content. I really appreciate it. But I'm about to hop off this live. More content is coming from me in the future. This is just one of many reviews I'm about to put out. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. But until next time, everyone, this is GQTV, and I am your boy, your host, with the most, the GOAT. I am yours truly, the one and only, your girlfriend's favorite YouTuber himself. I am the great GQ Jamal. I am GQ Jamal. And I appreciate every one of you. And this is GQTV. Until next time, everyone. She's mine, fool. I'm just kidding, y'all. Hey. Until next time, everyone. Peace.
How you living? What? How you living? What? How you living? What? And live in color.